Once again, you are welcome to Catfish Solution Academy. In here, we give you in-depth information about catfish farming. My name once again still remains Odutola Isabi, your great uncle on this channel. Yeah, you are welcome to the episode 8 of our free lecture on catfish farming, which we are talking basically on the feed formulation. And as I told you, from the feed formulation, we are talking about your crude protein and the material alternation. That means crude protein and material alternation. So that's what we are talking on. We continue. We started this. We on the episode 7. So we are continuing on episode 8. So note, there's an advert space on this channel, and you can advertise your product. We'll let you push it out to the world. We'll let you know the importance of your materials, your ingredient. If you are those that are selling ingredients, maybe feed formulation ingredient, any ingredient on fish or any ingredient on water parameters, make sure that you contact me and we'll help you advertise it here. And for those of you who are feed producers, who are fish producers, maybe you have grow out, you have fingerlings, you have juvenile, you produce a mass, you can contact me, so I'll help you put up your advert on this channel. Because this program is a continuous program that will lasted for years, because we are going to talk about the nitty-gritty of catfish farming as a training, free training. We started this on our WhatsApp group a very long time, and we do it free for people, and we are still continuing on our WhatsApp group. We do it on our WhatsApp group. On our WhatsApp group, we do a lot of typing, writing, posting, but in here we'll be making it live. So making it live on YouTube, on our Instagram page, we'll be making it live too, on our Facebook page, on our Twitter page, on our LinkedIn page. You'll be enjoying it. For those of you who are already in these the social media handles that I mentioned, we'll be watching it. We'll be posting it here 3 times a week. So let us continue. We stopped in our episode talking about the measurement of crude protein that is viable for fish to grow. So we mentioned that fish needs 35% to 48% crude protein in their concentrate to do well. In feed formulation materials, identification and administration is very key. Catfish required a balanced diet, which are majorly starch or carbohydrate, protein, vitamin, mineral, fat, and oil. Once again, for fish formulation administration, that means the total administration on feed concentration, they required some key percentage of materials, that means minerals, for the compound. That means, I said once again, they will need what we call the starch, they will need what we call starch or carbohydrate. Is it that starch or carbohydrate? So that is why you notice when some of us are formulating our feed, some uses starch, some uses any source of carbohydrate you can use. We'll be talking about that as we go on this channel. So I said once again, starch or carbohydrate, protein, vitamin, minerals, fat, and oil. These ingredients are readily available around us. So because we'll be talking about the alternation, so because some people are watching outside Nigeria may not access some of the material we have here in Nigeria, so I'll be giving out some materials that you can access around you. Some wasted material, you don't know the value to your fishes, so I'll be mentioning it out for you here so that you can access it and use it in your locality. But we seems not to see it. That means some of the materials we have available, we seems not to see because we can't identify it. In addition, use them because we do not want to stress or avoiding fake materials. Local formulation concentration differs on location. For example, if you reside in Kano, you reside in Port Harcourt, you reside in the, maybe you reside in the north, you reside in the east, or you reside in the west. Basically, for those of us in the north, and maize that you can access maize, I think that is where most of our maize come from. Even the GNC or some of the soya, most of it, if they are not importing it from abroad, most of them come from the north. And from the north, you can access your sorry, you can access your soya for maize for 200 naira. And you cannot compare the cost with a person in Lagos, because maize in Lagos is higher. You can get maize in Lagos for like 300, 400 naira depending. So if you can access it in north, it goes lower than people in Lagos. That means you cannot get the same cost, but you can also adjust based on the same materials in Lagos that does the same work. For example, you must open your eyes, open your intellectuals, open your brain. That's what I thought. That's why I said earlier that if you really want to be successful in this farming, you need to be highly creative. So now you need to open your eyes to learn to understand. If you are not careful, you may end up formulating feed that is more expensive than the costiest foreign feed. Note, formulating a local feed is for you to formulate a feed with a higher nutrient, not cheaper price. The price must go down, but not cheaper. So I'll be telling you more about this. But to me, formulation is for you to concentrate a CP, a crude protein, that means which a nutrient that is higher than the cost feed you are running for. For example, I do have some people that comes to my DM that ask me about our AG whales feed. And when I tell them the price, they will tell me it's expensive. For example, maybe you are buying the lesser branded feed for 10,000 naira per bag, which is 15 kilo. And you ask me how much is my feed. And I told you my feed is 9,200 naira. And you are telling me my feed is cheap, is too expensive. To me, the truth has to be told. There's no how I can formulate a feed for you at the rate of 7,000 naira and we have the same CP that the branded feed is having for 10 naira, for 10,000 naira. This is how it works. The branded feed, they have source of getting materials at a lower price, so they work on this. And two, if I'm formulating mine for 9,000 naira, note my CP will be higher than the branded one. If the branded one is producing their CP for 42%, conveniently I can produce mine for 45%, 46%, which will work more, and I'm still producing it at 9,000 naira. So if you're asking me if my feed is cost, please, it's better you try to do your own. And if you want to do your own, try to do the cheaper one and you see the result in your fish later in the day. Because I understand some farmers are requiring for very low, very cheap things in everything they do. From the seedlings, they buy seedlings. They can buy juvenile for 10 naira. Yes, some fish breeder can buy juvenile for 10 naira. So when you are buying juvenile for 10 naira, you can know there's a problem. This person is selling you fishes that is just pushing out from his doorstep. You can see feed producers increasing the prices of feed on a daily basis. It's not easy. Why they are increasing it is because the cost of material is going higher. This material, they get it because they have huge amount of money. They buy it in stock. They buy it at a very rigorous price. And if you are producing just maybe 1 ton, you have to buy this material at a higher price. And the advantage of you producing a very good locally made feed is for you to make sure that the crude protein is higher, but the cost does not go lower. If the cost goes lower, that means you are just producing shaft for your fishes. By the time you calculate the crude protein will be lower, and this will not help your fishes. This will not grow your fishes. So from this topic, I'll be handing up the episode 8 of this great lecture.